Hey, what's happening, guys? What's going on? YouTube, you guys have tuned into Rules for Rebels, and we got a crazy story for you guys today. This is a story about eBay. Long story short, apparently there was a blogger who ran a site about, e-commerce and being an online seller. They had a blog that did a couple pieces that were critical of eBay, and eBay executives and employees became so furious about this that they engaged in a kind of a long string of threatening and harassing behavior towards this family. They sent a bloody pig mask to them in the mail. They sent them a book about how to deal with grieving the loss of a spouse, essentially insinuating that they were going to kill the guy's wife or the woman's husband. They created all types of fake profiles online to, kind of harass them and tell them they were going to ruin their lives. And then wound up lying to eBay, the company, wound up lying to investigators. This is kind of an interesting story. This one comes from Channel 4, CBS Boston, and the article is titled 6 eBay Executives and Employees Charged with Sending Threats and Bloody Pig Mask to a Natick Couple. So let's give this one a read. I heard about this story earlier, saw a brief news clip about it, and it's pretty crazy. This is my first time actually reading this article. So the article starts off by saying 6 former eBay executives and employees are facing federal charges after they had allegedly led a cyber stalking campaign against a Natick couple they believed was critical of the company in an online e-commerce newsletter. U.S. Attorney Andrew Lelling said the eBay employees' harassment included sending the couple disturbing deliveries that included a bloody pig mask, a box of live cockroaches, and a funeral wreath. The employees also allegedly sent anonymous threatening messages and traveled to Massachusetts. They actually wound up going as far as traveling to this family's hometown to do covert surveillance of them. It was determined systematic effort of senior employees of a major company to destroy the lives of a couple in Natick, all because they published content company executives didn't like, said Lelling. James Bao, 45, of San Jose, California, eBay's former director of safety and security, and former eBay director of global resiliency, David Harville, 48, of New York City, were among the 6 charged. How about this? The eBay executive who's in charge of safety and security is the one doing this. Also charged were Stephanie Pop, 32, of San Jose, Stephanie Stockwell, 26, of Redwood City, Veronique Zeke, 26, of San Jose, and Brian Gilbert, 51, of San Jose. Each is charged with conspiracy to commit cyber stalking and conspiracy to tamper with witnesses. Pop was eBay's senior manager of global intelligence. Stockwell was the company's manager of global intelligence center. Z was a contractor who worked as an intelligence analyst with GIC, and Gilbert was a senior manager of special operations for the global security team. Gilbert is also a former police captain, and here's one of the bloody pig masks they sent. Here's a book about surviving a loss of a spouse, obviously trying to threaten and intimidate them and make them think that their lives were in jeopardy. Lelling said the Natick couple serves as an editor and publisher for an online newsletter that covers e-commerce companies. According to prosecutors, members of eBay's executive leadership team followed the newsletter and took issue with the content and anonymous comments under the stories. In 2019, 2 members of the leadership team allegedly sent or forwarded text messages saying it was time to, quote-unquote, take down the newsletter's editor. One of the messages said the group wanted to crush this lady, referring to the editor. When asked if further charges could be filed against other executives, Lelling said the investigation is active and ongoing. 2 unnamed executives are included in the complaint that have roles above Bao. I don't think I would characterize the conduct as rogue, because as seen in the complaint, the directive to do something about this goes pretty high up the chain within eBay. So essentially what they're saying is this isn't just a couple rogue employees. This is essentially eBay doing this. And, it's funny to me, a lot of times, you might have, I'm just completely picking a restaurant out of the blue, but, let's say some Chick-fil-A, the, $11 an hour employee working behind the counter says something offensive to a customer, and everybody's up in arms to boycott Chick-fil-A or KFC, whatever, over something that a low-level employee did. This is essentially the executive team, a fair number of the higher-ups within eBay who are kind of conspiring together to do this. The couple received a host of deliveries aimed at intimidating them. These deliveries included fly larvae and live spiders, a box of live cockroaches, a sympathy wreath on the occasion of a death of a loved one, a book of advice on how to survive the death of a spouse, pornography mailed to their house, to their next door neighbors, but in a couple's names, Halloween masks featuring the face of the bloody pig and a pig fetus, which was ordered, but after an inquiry by the supplier, thankfully wasn't ever sent, Lelling said. You know, this is the type of stuff, like if somebody does this and this couple wound up killing these people and you put me on a jury, you know, I'm going to let the people off. You want to terrorize people, you know, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, right? On August 18th, just after midnight, allegedly posted a classified ad on Craigslist claiming to be from Natick, inviting singles, couples, and swingers to their house party after 10 p.m. every night. I mean, this is some shit that like middle school kids would do. This is ridiculous. People were encouraged to knock on a couple's door anytime, day or night, said Lelling. All of the employees were fired by eBay following an investigation, Lelling said. The company cooperated with investigators. For a while, they succeeded psychologically devastating these victims for weeks. Lelling said the result, as alleged in a complaint, was a systematic campaign fueled by the resources of a Fortune 500 company to emotionally and psychologically terrorize this middle-aged couple in Natick with the goal of deterring them from writing bad things about eBay online. eBay said it was notified in August 2019 about the alleged conduct of employees and launched a comprehensive investigation. All of the employees involved were fired September of 2019. eBay took these allegations seriously from the outset. Upon learning of them, eBay moved quickly to investigate thoroughly and take appropriate action. An independent special committee formed by eBay's executive board of directors said in a statement, the company fully and extensively cooperated with law enforcement authorities throughout the process. eBay does not tolerate this kind of behavior. eBay apologizes to the affected individuals and is sorry that they were subjected to this. eBay holds its employees to a high standard of conduct and ethics and will continue to take appropriate action to ensure these standards are followed. Now, well, it sounds like eBay as a company, you know, cracked down on this and did the right thing. The fact that numerous employees, high-level employees for that, felt comfortable conspiring together to do this on behalf of eBay kind of sends a message that maybe eBay was okay with this, in my opinion. Part of the investigation included what role former eBay CEO Devin Wenig may have had in the incident. The internal investigation found that while Wenig's communications were inappropriate, there was no evidence that he knew in advance or authorized the actions that were later directed towards the blogger and her husband. However, as the company previously announced, there were a number of considerations leading to his departure from the company. So it sounds like this, you know, along with other issues, but it sounds like this may have played a role. Let's see, what do people have to say? Another reason I'm closing my 250K sales store on eBay. I doubt somebody would close. You know, here's the problem, right? In terms of like, hey, let's boycott eBay, since right now everyone wants to boycott everything, right? And cancel culture and all that. Ultimately, at the end of the day, if I'm making money on eBay, even if I think eBay is an unethical company, am I really going to shoot myself in the foot and hurt my own income? And anybody who does leave eBay, there's just another seller who's going to pop up and take your place. But let's see what else. eBay and PayPal are run and owned by pirates. Not surprising in the least bit. eBay is a company of deviants, haters of hetero-Christian white males. What's wrong with hating Christians? Let's see. I want to quit eBay. Any recommendations on other sites? Unfortunately, there's not really many great competitors. I hate eBay with a passion. There's not a bigger batch of crooks, greedy, insensitive bastards anywhere on the internet. David Winning got a $57 million golden parachute when he was fired last September. So which of the 6 will be first to turn on him? Let's see. What's her name? Stephanie Poop. eBay overcharges all sellers. I'm not really sure what website or newsletter this is. So if anybody knows about that, drop it down below. But yeah, thought this was a pretty crazy story and wanted to share it with you guys. If you guys have any more details about this, know anything more, feel free to drop it in the comment section below. I'll also drop a link to this article, and if I do at a later date wind up learning what this newsletter was, I'll be sure to drop that down below as well. That's all I really got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button below, and we will catch you guys on the next video.